Okay, so you were supposed to come on in 5 minutes. I don't know what happened. See, I'm bad with buttons. Well,
And here I
since you're
am.
here, I don't know if I'll pick you back up. Let's pretend this never happened.
Okay, all
Pretend it
right.
never happened.
Rewind,
Okay.
rewind, rewind.
Hi, good evening, good morning, good lunchtime, good night, whatever time you're watching this show. Welcome to the Givin Trouble Show. I am just Lisa, and I am a stand-up comedian from Trinidad and Tobago, and I usually co-host this lovely little afternoon delight, wink wink, with my friend, accompanist and advisor, Lyrics, but she is busy today. She is doing a workshop because she's a filmmaker and she's doing a workshop on film distribution. And I'm like super proud of her, but at the same time, the show must go on. And so here we are, all alone today. But before we bring in our wonderful, wonderful co host, Kevin Fortuné, who you just saw in a flying visit, I just wanted to talk about a couple of things that are kind of on my mind right at this moment. And I hope you bear with me with the technology because I'm not so great with it. Hola, mi amigo Juan Rias. Rias. Wipe the spit off the screen. Yeah. Hola. And hi, Carissa Daniel. Woohoo! Carissa, how are you sexy? So how are you so sexy? All right, so let me see if I can share my screen. I'm not so great with the tech, or you don't laugh at me. As a true, authentic tanty. All right. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. So the first one should be Caribbean Literature Day. No, that's not it. That's Pride. Okay, all right. Right. Caribbean Literature Day, which is July the 12th. And it is coming up. And it's a day to celebrate, well, people like me who does write books and things who from the Caribbean. And the books that we write. I mean, think about all the kids, all the books that you've read throughout your life as a Caribbean person and the impact that they had on you. So think about that. And yeah, so just big it up, look out for it on the socials, and use the hashtag and stuff. There's also this, I think looks really pretty interesting. It's a tribute to Winsford Joker Devine, who passed away recently, and he's one of our like best calypso lyricists. We always think about the performers, but a lot of the performers do not write their own material. And Joker was a master. Some of the songs that they'll be performing in this tribute, which is hosted by Friends of Mr. Biswath in association with Nalis and Yui, will be All Night Tonight, Progress, Best Calypso Ever Written, in my humble opinion. River of Tears, Philip My Dear, Memories, second best calypso ever written, in my humble opinion. And Peter C. All right, so it's July 15th on YouTube, 6:30 p.m. So check that out on the Nalis TT YouTube. And finally, so my daughter's sister, look, I'm Trini. We have complicated relationships. My daughter's sister has a debilitating illness that has made her she's, what is the word, paraplegic, and also blind. And so there is this fundraiser for her that is going to be on July 8th on Gael, the Caribbean. So you can check that out, Gael channel, the Caribbean, and you can contribute to the RBC account. I will share this to the Femcom page so you can make a donation if you're so moved. And so that's all I had to talk about, which is not like funny or anything, but I need to now stop screen sharing. Oh, God. I know, here is Kevin, just in time.
No. Not just in time. You had been there the entire time, me doing my whole backstage stretch and all kind of thing. We miss lyrics. We miss lyrics.
I
She would
am,
not she would not make that slip.
I've never wanted to do this by myself. You can ask anyone. No, it's the me jam, the solo. So welcome, Kevin. This is my dear friend, Kevin, fortunately. Kevin and I spent a really wonderful month in Tobago, hanging out, going illegally to the beach.
Yes, we did.
Just like before the lockdown, we were linemen on Store Bay. We were linemen by on that strip by what's it called? Just by Crown Point, I guess.
Oh,
And
yeah, the strip. Yeah, Crown Point.
the strip.
The strip. The
Like
strip.
it had the mall, the strip. And yeah, he's my boy. You know, we had a great time, and I really appreciate him. I love you, man.
Love you too. So glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, I'm really, I'm happy to see you. You know, you for me, you were one of the best things about Tobago, which is kind of ironic
Wow.
because you're not Tobagonian, and I'm
Don't,
sure there will
don't,
be
no, 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 no. You can't say that. You can't say that. I'm to be going on in here. In here. See how bald people could be rastas? Yeah, I'm a to be going on in my heart.
in his hat.
My
Well,
heart.
okay. Well, I want to say no. My Tobagonian and the heart friend was really hospitable and kind and sweet. And boy, you have a sweetheart. Mm, mm, mm. I yeah. Yeah, I doesn't like to post food pictures, but I posted at least two of the food pictures from he.
Yeah. And that was so nice. It was just me wanting, as you said, to be hospitable to you and after the illegal beach lime coming home and then whipping up an amazing meal and just say that again. Okay.
Well, it was
Mm,
it was in a murky legal area. Let me leave it there. And
right.
there's no evidence.
You
So
are right. You are right.
but I'm really happy to have you on. It's Pride Month and in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're celebrating. Femcom TT is one of the partners of Pride TT in Pride TT, and we're doing a show as part of the programming at the end of the month. So we're looking forward to that. But Tobago has its own scene. Tell me about that. That
Yes.
scene, though.
Tobago, incidentally, it started off, pretty recently in 2019. If I recall, there were only 6 members that did a flag raising. And then last year was the first time that they decided to have some festivities. So there was a weekend of events that was catered to just the community because it was about now gaining that, I guess, that foothold of the community and getting them together before any outreach was done. And I stumbled into the event on Saturday and it was my birthday. So I think after a couple of drinks, I kept telling everybody that this was for me. It was my birthday. So I was so grateful for that last year. And now this year, they have registered as an NGO, official NGO, with proper bylaws and everything. And basically are now looking to go the route of advocacy, policy change. So it's not a ramen roti group to just lime and have fun. And as you can see, the amazingly beautiful logo, I'm in love with it. It really just encapsulates
This is
everything
the
about
right thing I'm
pride,
supposed to be showing?
beauty, everything.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
And
showing
this
the
was
wrong
actually
thing.
right. This was part of the activities that we had this year. So the theme, Power Her, Play and Power. focusing on
Mhm.
the women in the LGBT community. And that's a dear friend of mine that's featured right now, Shem, an amazing woman, lawyer, who is offering free legal consultation for a part of Pride Month. And those are the kind of events that has been happening in Tobago.
So that's very cool.
Yes.
And this virtual flag raising.
Yeah, the virtual flag raising, yes, that happened. And there was 47 participants. We were very proud of that. There was a lot of fun. Everyone was home. They got their goodie bags with maybe a little liquid encouragement or not. And it made it a lot easier to enjoy the virtual festivities. Yes.
Okay. It's really it's really interesting how people have found ways to come together to celebrate something that's so like physical. Like I can't think of Pride without a march and humans, and like I can't think about Pride without like being physically present at an event, you know? So I
Mhm.
guess it must be this is the second Pride we're celebrating lockdown, and or to some extent or the other. And you know, I think it's really good how we found ways to create that community, like
Yes.
even
I
with
think,
yoga.
mhm. Yes, all of these. I think it speaks to what Pride has to represent, which is resilience. So it would be very easy for Pride to still have to be showcased because at the core of Pride, it's celebrating the resilience, finding the cracks and the crevices to shine through despite the obstacles. So a natural progression, I think, especially in these times.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I, I, I don't know. What does pride mean to me, boy? All right, let me come out to this screen. Wait, before I come out to this screen, there's one more thing I wanted to share, which is this, which is your
You
lovely
jump in.
flyer. Hold on, my dog. Wait. Hush. Fingers crossed. That might wait for 2 minutes. Yeah, your lovely flyer, because as I tell earlier, this man have a sweet Hannah. Not joke, sweet Hannah. I mean, real sweet Hannah. So tell me
Taking
about
it or
this. What's
taking it.
happening here?
Well, based on again hearing lovely compliments like those, which I haven't, I guess allowed myself to fully accept because food is one of my love languages. So see how I treat you. It's just an expression of that's who I am, and that's one of the ways that I show my love and appreciation for people that I care about. So seeing it as something to do a business and monetize and express myself and share it even further recently happened. I have to credit my amazing girlfriend for this combination of a venture. Like I would not have happened without her push. And we are here and we are 1 week away from the first ever food service, which is happening on Thursday. So I am very excited and I'm happy to to jump with this initiative and to share this and to allow everyone to now eat with us. And so after all of this talk of the sweet hand, now they have the opportunity to taste it and see if Lisa is just gushing about her friend or if it's legitimate.
Oh, so we have some comments here. You're trying to post comments, run banners, put media up. It's like juggling monkeys. I miss Lewis so much.
You're doing fine, girl. You're doing real good. Don't worry about
Ooh, I hope it's not a Tobago sweetheart, Nikita Henry. Ooh, ooh.
it.
Let us bring out this Tobago issue for a little airing again, sir. I know we've had our conversations about the Tobago face issue. Tell me
Mhm.
some thoughts. I know you have a lot of thoughts about that whole controversy.
I sure do. I think I had a unique perspective. Um, as I said, you bust my files about not being Tobagonian, so I think a lot of people are going to be crushed at this moment. But I digress. Um, living and teaching in Tobago was an amazing segue into understanding Tobago at a core because I jumped in and all I had were these great, impressionable, amazing kids and the parents that cared about them. That was my first foray and experience into it. And out of that grew an understanding of Tobago um, that I considered it had to be home. It nourished me. It was there when I fall down hard on my face, get back up. And that's what home is. And having the disparity, having that this back and forth kind of discussion about um, who is better and those kind of things, it hurts because it feels almost as if I coined a new term, bi island, so biracial, like being asked to choose now where my alliance is painful. I love it. And so even
So
out
you're
of
not
that
just
there is a project.
bisexual, you're also bi island.
Oh, we just going there. Wow, that's a sweet segue, boy. Bisexual, bi island. Wait, boy, you're rough with the segues. I think we need lyrics again,
You're like
boy.
it rough. Come
Lyrics.
on, God. I mean, really? Are
Ooh,
you
what's
surprised at
the
all?
so are we
Just quick job.
so we jumping from bi island to bisexual, or we staying on bi
No,
island
no,
for a
no, no, no,
while?
my darling. I was just making a joke, but do continue.
No.
No, it's
No,
interesting
honestly.
what you say because I always say I am Trinidadian. I don't
Mm-hmm.
ascribe to Trinbago as a thing. I don't think that there's
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad and there's Tobago, and we can come together when we want to, but it's two separate places. You know what I mean? It's like
And I agree. I agree completely. And I believe that, as I said, there's a project that I'm working on that I want to talk about exactly that. The fact that we cannot just create this Trinidad and Tobago blanket when it does not fit. It has never fit because there's a complete different understanding of everything. And so I think the trying to pull things together and have that whole Trinidad and Tobago, um, I guess, oneness doesn't work unless we both understand that there's such difference. And it shows even now with the political climate, the fact that there's legislation that is upon the table now for self-governance. It means that one side of the party is just not having it, feels like they can't grow, they can't explore themselves, feels like they're not represented, feels like they can't speak. And so I think it's a much deeper underlying issue that is at hand than Tobago face. But it has opened up the conversation. And I think that's the best thing that you can do. Once you have the awareness, then you can start the healing. So I I want to be at the forefront of that. That is one thing that I'm very passionate about. I
I
love
look
both
forward.
islands. I understand both islands, I think.
I look forward to that because yeah, there's this I mean it can be open hostility and it can be like a kind of a snideness, but Tobagonians really do not rate Trinidadians. And it's I think very deeply linked to this there's a mosquito. Sorry. They don't and it's linked to this perception that Trinidadians think Tobagonians are second class. You know, that which is so ironic because some of the architects of our Trinidad and Tobago civilization are Tobagonians. You know what I mean? I think we've had more Tobagonian prime ministers than, no, that's not true. But we've had quite a lot presidents.
Yes.
We've had, you know,
Representation per capita, yes, of the islands, yes, it's
it's
big.
a lot, you know. So, I mean, Tobago is the, Tobago is to Trinidad what Trinidadian writers are to the Nobel Prize. Is that?
Hmm, that's
I
interesting.
think that might be heights. I
That's a
also
bit,
might be
yeah,
high.
that's a bit
Always willing to admit that I'm high.
no, but I want to pull back in a bit. If you stick with the term twin island, where is the equality? Where is the growth of infrastructure and everything going together as twins? What's the twinning about? If Let's start from that perspective. So um I believe there is a lot to explore, and I think that we can't start off by saying that they're both on the same page, and that's it. That's the starting point. Why is that? Why is that?
Well,
Let me
they
start.
have, even if they aren't economically or demographically on the same page as two islands, they have to be philosophically on the same page as two islands that are ready to stand on their own 2 feet. If you want to have that relationship of equals, then both Trinidad and Tobago must show that they can exist. You know, we can be a union of equals rather than this dependency relationship, which has been ongoing since Tobago was annexed to Trinidad. You know,
And
it's
even that brings up in Tobago and me that whole thing about dependency, because that in itself is a very Trini-centric view. But that is going a bit deep too. That's a very Trini-centric view that is
well. When you talk
dependent.
about when I talk about dependency, I'm not saying that Tobagonians wait for handouts. I don't know if that has any kind of
I wasn't going that far either.
okay,
So you're
but
safe.
when you're talking about the political relationship between Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad is the one who holds the purse strings. They hold the legislative strings. They hold everything. You know what I mean? I mean, CHA has authority within a certain parameter, and then central government. You know, so if central government closed down, Tobago business closed down. And that is what I'm talking about, that it can't be that big brother or daddy kind of relationship. It has to be a coming together of political equals. And can we really do that? You know?
And I totally agree. And I think that that's where compassion comes in for who we were. Because at that point in the past, has whatever served did serve, because we clearly have made it this far. But now we can realize that it's not serving anymore. And so now it's time to reassess the situation and now choose what the relationship is based from a different perspective. I think that's
Yeah.
where I'm going. Yeah, we can choose now. We can decide what the
Yeah, we beg and have
relying
fun.
exactly from a Tobago then, eh?
So
From a
Danielle
Tobago
is
then.
asking, doesn't Trinidad foster that dependence? Absolutely, absolutely.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's just all part of this sticky, nasty post-colonial mentality that we have, that because it was always so, let it be so forever. That's not. See, it could work better if we did it a different way, but that's too hard. So let's just keep doing it this way. That it's slightly painful and really inefficient, but we've done it for years.
And that's the point. So why continue? Why continue? And I think those things that were painful to hear and to see and to realize that that's the undercurrent and underlying view of each other that now needs to come to the surface. Why continue that? We've come a long way, and let's have conversation from a place now of awareness that, hey, it's not, maybe in the past that was okay, but we're in a different world right now, and we need to kind of bring even that to the future, bring that relationship and the view of the relationship to the future.
I'm just looking at you and I'm seeing you talking and stuff, and I know you're saying like really important things, but I really just want to be spoken and split with you. This is not watch and stop it.
We had a month of good times.
Oh my darling.
Oh, Lisa.
Oh gosh. Yeah, 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 yeah. But the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago does, boy, well, we go pray for it. So we go pray for it.
There's one
But
thing
you
it
know
is.
what?
What's one thing you do well? You pray.
Oh
There's one
God,
thing
one
you
thing
do
I just
well.
do plenty. I don't know if I just do
Mm,
well,
mm.
but certainly I just pray. Listen now, you just moved back to Trinidad.
I just moved back to
Yeah.
Trinidad. Yes.
Big, big, big change. How
Mhm.
is how is the change? What struck you about being back in Trinidad? Or is it all the same under lockdown anyway?
Um, Pretty much. I mean, the relationship is new, and so through the lens of the relationship, that's making Trinidad new. But beyond that, as you outed me from the beginning, I born here, so it's also home. It's also home. But yes, but through the lens of, I guess, even relationship and also um, renewed focus and structure that I am practicing.
Mm.
I think Trinidad looks good. It looks good from this vantage point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little hurt that, if he had to go to a woman, it wasn't me. But, if the man getting there,
You
yeah.
know what? I'm glad you're saying that in public because when I was telling people, they wouldn't believe me. I'm glad.
Tell them what, that Lisa thirsty. I
Oh no,
think
you're
that's
feeling.
why.
Oh no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. Kidding.
Oh, I mean, look at you. You're fine. you know. But
Thank you.
Tobago, Tobago Pride. I imagine that they'll miss you for their organization from the organization. So
Um, but that's the
sorry.
thing. Tobago Pride is represented all over the world. Even um, let's 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 um let's note one of the daughters, and I say that with all conviction, of Tobago soil. That's Dominique Jackson, who is a part of. I mean, she is a proud transgender woman who is a part of the hugely successful Netflix series Pose. She is proud Tobagoan. I can pull up my phone right now and WhatsApp her because she's a part of the Tobago Pride group. And so geography has nothing to do with it. Tobago Pride will always be near and dear to my heart. And advocacy needs, um, can define boundaries and miles. So I'll be missed physically, but the essence is there. The work will continue.
Good. So that's nice to know. That's nice to know. And it's weird to think about like how old are you?
36.
36. So
Mhm.
you're about 12 years younger than me. So when I grew up, right, this whole idea of like being gay in public was really not a thing that one could do. And now, we have a whole Pride Festival. I think that's marvelous, that in my lifetime I could have seen such change. I think that's great. We are family. Hey, 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 yeah, I got-
No, but you're right. I think I think I mean it has been said many times, but pride is it's just the next social revolution that is happening. Um, Not too long, Lisa. You can have a bank account if you don't have a husband. You can own a piece of
When?
land.
Just now? When?
That just you fam, come you know that? What kind of feminist is you girl? So it's
I can
good to
even get my
be
passport without my husband signing for me.
exact. Oh.
No, all of these were real things, right, guys? This is
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
sorry. All of
So
these are
so
real
it's
things. You
just
couldn't
it's
get
just the
certain
next stage.
jobs.
It's just the next stage.
Yeah.
It's just the next thing that humanity has looked at itself and say, you know what? Okay. At first, owning owning another person was that was accepted. Like that's fine. And then one or two people decide, you know what? I'm feeling too right. And that has led to, I mean, now that's a thing that we can look on with how could that have been a part of humanity? And I think it's just the natural progression for everything else. And as a feminist, you will understand having to fight that fight just because of, I mean, the fact that you're a woman. And that being something that before was a major excuse. Well, you're a woman, so you can't do that. You're a woman, you can't do the other. And so now it's just the new fresh current revolution, the one that's on, the one that's getting all this support and controversy. But it will arc, and sooner or later it wouldn't be. We had to find something else, and I think that is testament to humanity's thrust to be better. Sometimes I look and I think, how can we say we really have progressed as a human race when these things are so near in terms of timeline? I want to be way I want to be far away from those things and really feel like we have progressed and lead with love. That's all it is, leading with love.
One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day soon. So I want
One day,
to.
but we have to have day one. We have to start.
All right. So I'm glad
We
we
have to start.
started.
Hmm.
And like this, my bi-island bisexual friend who's on
Wow, I
with
feel like
us talking about pride and Diego. So thanks, Kevin, for joining me on the Givin Trouble
thanks,
show,
Lisa. Thanks, Lisa, for having
and
me.
being so generous with your time and your just yourself as you talk about the essence. So, oh yeah, and your food. I'll call you, but talk about your food service is happening and it's a delivery, and it's
Yes.
next weekend.
Delivery, pickup, social, eat with us, TT. You can look that up.
Great. So,
Yeah, and just contact me, Kevin Fortune, on socials, and we can get there. Don't worry. Make my heart a little more hearty fair.
all right,
Love you, Lisa.
bye. Take
Bye.
care. Bye. See you next week.
Bye.